Hey everybody, Shane Sauer with Blue Wing Title Agency here with our Real Estate Minute. I'm here today with Kim Bongiorno with Buyers Information Service, and it's awesome to have her in the studio today. How are you doing, Kim?
It's great to be here with you, Shane.
Right?
Thank you for inviting me.
It's the best place to be. Well, I got some questions. We're going to grill Kim a little bit. Hopefully you're okay with that.
I like grills.
Awesome. Well, let's start out with this. How did you first get into real estate, and what drew you into the industry?
Okay, well, I started out in the East Coast. I grew up on Long Island in New York, and I had my first year at university there, and then I transferred to Tulsa University. And so when I graduated out of there, I was working the whole time, mostly in the food industry because we all have to eat. And so what that did for me, I was an assistant manager trainee. So what it did for me, it gave me the opportunity to think for myself, to make a game plan, make sure I knew how to have people work in the best places where they need to be, their schedule. So it kept me very busy, and I had to work with people all the time, in corporate as well. So that was good training actually. And then from there, that helped me be able to work on a daily basis, work evenings, work on the weekends, and some holidays too. So I'm not afraid to do that. And I've always done that my whole life because when you're going to college and different things, you've got to work. Yeah. So that gave me some great training. And then we moved, my husband and I, Mark, we moved from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Phoenix, Arizona in March of 1986. And I did start in real estate in Tulsa in 1983, and I sold my first new home on my birthday, March 20th. And from there, when we came here, since I didn't know anybody or have any contacts, we went right out and started working the government homes, VA and FHA repos, foreclosures, and I didn't even have business cards at the time. We made up a flyer that had my information and a number. So I went out and knocked doors. I knocked doors around the homes. I found people for the homes. And so I had a lot of experience that way. And then at that time, I was pre-qualifying people while I was at the door. And I got their name and number while I was there. And then we set an appointment because you got to meet the people in person. That's very important. So that started me here in Phoenix, Arizona. And I went wherever the government homes were. So they were all over the valley, Comanche Junction, to the West Valley, Southeast, everywhere. And then in 1992, the builders started moving in. So we started working a lot with new homes, builders, and sales, which gave me a well-rounded base of inventory, comparison, homes, communities. And so I've been doing that full-time here in Arizona since 1986. And then I got my broker's license so I can be my own boss. My company is Buyers Information Service, and I am the designated broker.
Excellent. What's changed most about real estate since you started?
Well, the prices.
Yes.
Interest rates, they're funny because when we first moved here in 86, they were 11, 12%.
Right.
And so from there, little by little, they started to go down, and then everybody got spoiled with the 2.5%, 3%. But people have to understand that real estate is an investment. So it's not just, I'm going to buy this one house because I want to live here. Is you take a home and you have so many options with it because you can live in it. You have to live somewhere. You can lease it out. You can rent it out. You can sell it. There's so many things you can do. And what I've seen over the years is the rates go up and down all the time. Prices normally go up. There's a couple of times where they stay a little bit flat. But most of the time, you're making some money on that investment that you purchased. So therefore, it's very smart to have a home, and if you can keep the first one, before you get to the next one, you have two properties making you money and giving you a tax break. So I've always been all about educating my clients on how to move up financially and not only have a nice place to live, depending on where they want to be for their work, or they have kids in schools, certain school districts. So that pretty much is what happened over the years. I've seen a lot of growth everywhere, more neighborhoods, more homes, But the financing has gotten a little bit better for people.
Okay.
I think they've loosened up restrictions on qualifying. They've made move-ins low, high, they're changing them all the time. So, and unfortunately, the government gets into our business too, so that always makes it change.
A little bit. Hey, walk us through your typical client. Who do you work with best?
Well, I work an awful lot with referrals. I've gotten so many people homes over the years because I do work full-time. This is what I do full-time and always have. And my whole goal is to know the area. So when people come into town, I did a lot of relocations for Intel and all the electronic companies when I lived in Ahwatukee for a while. So people I like to work with are people that need my help, want information. Maybe they just got here, they don't know where to live yet. Even clients that have owned before, they still need help. They still need my information. And after this many years being in the business, I have a lot to offer people to help them make the right decision.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do you stay organized and manage all the moving pieces in your business? I know there's a bunch of them.
Yes, there's lots that we need to do. So therefore, you have to have a team. And by that, I'm not a team of a bunch of agents per se that take a portion or part of every transaction, because I myself, I like to be involved in the whole transaction from start to finish. And I like to know what's going on the whole time and not calling people and asking them, where are we, what are they looking for? Because there are teams out there that one shows the house, one writes up the paperwork, one is a transaction coordinator,
right.
And that's okay for them, but I'm more about doing personalized service. And I want to know, start to finish, where we're at, what we're doing, and how I can help the client better. I don't think we should leave somebody in the middle of a transaction and then have someone else pick up where you left off, because that's not helping the client. And I run into that a lot because try and get a hold of the team. Who do you call? I had some people show one of my beautiful listings in Chandler the other day, and when I called their phone numbers, all three of them, all these different people were answering, and it just goes to an answering machine service, whatever. And I'm not even getting calls back. And so what team or what person do you talk to? But I have a team that I put together because there's lots of things for us to do. There's at least 35 steps or more. We've talked about this, Shane, 62 steps that you can do that have to be done in order to be thorough, to help people get into the right home for what they qualify for. And my team that I prefer to work with, I've got 7 different people or companies on my team. And it not only does, I get a lot of support from my husband, of course, who helps me. He drives for me a lot too, so I don't have to mess with that. But I have a team of not only myself, but my lender, my title company, because title companies are a big help. We do so many services for us as far as classes, services, helping us learn new things that come up every day. And also marketing tools that you have for us to help make our life easier, to get our homes out there for people to see. But the title company is a big help, which also comes with social media.
Yeah.
That's quite helpful. And we have our inspectors, which also includes termite companies. We have our roofers, our AC people, everybody that has to come together to help make this transaction successful. And then, of course, once we get to the home warranty, which is we also have to have a moving company. So we have a very good moving company, which is like VIP movers. They've been fantastic on helping my clients organize everything. But there's a lot that we need to do, and that's why we need a team. So I put together a form of my marketing strategy to help people understand before I even meet with them. These are all the things that we need to do to help make the transaction successful, and for buyers over 40 years of experience that I have helping people in the valley. There's lots to do, and that's why you really have to have a team or a partner.
You do.
In order to help you do the right thing and to be thorough, so then everybody gets all the information they need. I even send out postcards that you help make up for me when a home sells, when a home is coming up and coming soon. And then I do quarterly mail outs for my clients and the people that I work with on holidays and things that are coming up in the valley. So there's lots to do, and you have to have a team or a partner of people that can help you do everything, so you're not missing out on anything, because you want to be totally instill self-confidence in yourself and your business for your clients, because they're just meeting you and they want to know how you're going to do all this. How is this all going to come together for them to find the best home or the best area? And even people that want appreciation, you need to know where to go for that. Find maybe a newer area that's in the area, like Surprise or Santan, or all the areas where they're building new homes. But then there are some older areas that always hold their value. So you need to know that for people and meet with them and see where they're at as far as their needs are. Find out what their hot button is. Find out why they're moving, why they need something bigger, smaller, maybe get out of the inventory and get back to one level. And there's a lot of people right now that I work with, since I've had clients, some of them 25, 30 years. They're getting older, they want to downsize, or their parents need to sell their home. So that's all part of it too. You need to know your inventory, you need to know areas so you can help people get to where they need to be.
I need to stay top of mind too, right, for folks, and stay out there. So, Kim, which neighborhoods or areas in the valley do you best, and why?
Well, when I first moved here, I lived in Tempe for a short while, and then I lived at Tukey for quite a long time. So at the time, the Southeast Valley was booming, and that's where I focused a lot of my attention. And then I always was available, and I knew about the West Valley. Because when I did relocate companies, they needed to be close to work or whatever. So I better know my inventory and my neighborhoods and how the freeways work and how they can get to work. But the Southeast Valley I've always loved, because it was always booming and building. And now the West Valley is doing the same thing for the West. But I tend to like it north, because I live up there now. But I've invested in many properties all over Tukey, Scottsdale, North Scottsdale. So I really enjoy the communities that I've owned in, that I've lived in, and I'm very familiar with to help people. And so I keep a pulse of areas and what's going on all the time. And I love new communities. It's really beautiful. I was just at a grand opening this past weekend, so I can look at homes ahead of time for my clients. And so that versus the older homes, it just depends what people's needs are.
Right.
But I like being in areas that are safe and clean. And then if some people, for affordability, you need to be in other areas, so you need to know the best places to go there too.
And the new communities continue to pop up, right? They're building and building and building and building.
All the time. We have a lot of dirt out here.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. How do you help clients navigate a market like the one we're in today?
The one we're in today really is the same market from when I first moved here. There are homes being built everywhere. There are homes that are in resale. There's financing available for people no matter what their situation is. So what I do is I sit down with clients face to face. We do a little bit of pre-qualifying ahead of time on the phone, of course, to find out if they're out of jail yet, or maybe they're out of prison. No, I'm just kidding. But then I sit down with them and I see, okay, where do you live now? What do you have now? Why do you want to make the move? And so by answering and asking questions, that's the best way to do it. See what's on their mind first. And it's like a puzzle, and then you just fit into the transaction where they need to be and where they want to be and what type of home they want to have. And therefore I can give them a whole scope of why this area, why that area, this home area is up and coming, this area is full of traffic, this has got great schools. So that's what's important about being in real estate. You can't just get your license and go unless you're listening to somebody else and they're telling you, well, here, take them there, which is fine, but you're not really familiar with the area. So I run across that a lot, and I don't mind helping other agents, but they really need to know. where they are.
Agreed.
Because some people don't even know what neighborhood they're in. And I'm like, okay, well, let me show you and show your clients. I don't mind helping people, but I see that a lot. So that's how I can help people with my over 42 years of experience. Now I'm getting older, I dye my hair. But with my experience and my little bit of knowledge that I have by working over 42 years with hundreds of people, I can, in all different price ranges, mind you. When I started out with the HUD homes and the VA repos, they were really cheap. And now they're a lot more expensive.
Yes, they are.
So anybody that's held onto a home, they did make money. But and they did have a tax break. So that's really interesting to me that I have a pulse on the community of where I go, because you need to know what's going on all around you. I meet so many people every week, all the time, that need so many different things. That's what I like to do, is that adventure every day that's different to help people get in the right place where they need to be. And then when they're happy, they'll call you back.
Funny how that works,
I
huh?
know. Even if they're not happy, they'll call you back. You do the best that you can to get everything that they need and want in their qualifications and what their affordability is. So that's what you help them do, because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
What can I afford? Where can I go to find this home that I can afford per month?
Absolutely.
So you need to know that.
Well said. Well said. I've got some rapid fire questions for you too. We're gonna go.
I was told to speak slowly.
Are you ready? Well, I'm gonna speak fast.
Okay.
Ready?
Sure.
Beatles or Stones?
I'd rather have stones than a bug.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee, totally.
Early bird or night owl?
I prefer night.
Okay. What's your favorite restaurant in the Valley?
An inexpensive one?
Good luck finding one of those these
I know.
days, right?
I know.
What's one thing on your bucket list?
The one thing that I have on my bucket list is to take the experience and the knowledge and the time that I've had in real estate and to be flexible. I've had flexibility in my business in order to travel the world. I've been all over Europe. I've been to the Middle East, that means Egypt, and I've also been to Israel a couple times. But by being in other countries, it also gives me the opportunity to see how other cultures are and how they live and what they're about. And there's so many people coming here with other countries, with other cultures, that I can understand them a little bit better. Even the way they speak, after a while you get to hear people, the way they speak, and you can understand what they're saying better, because there's a lot of people with a lot of different dialects, accents. But I've been to China too. I've been to China several times. And so the Asian market is different as well, but it's good to know about those people and the cultures that they come from. Korea is another one. My husband and I used to go to the Summer Olympics every 4 years, and we'd go to those different countries as well. Spain, that was great. Australia, even though they speak English, you still can't understand them. But that's something else with a bucket list, is I can take that information and experience and bring it back home here to help people that are from those areas or close to them and understand where they're coming from. And then also, what I also do for people is, once you sign up with my program, we do a buyer's broker. That just means you're hiring me to represent you on any home, anywhere in the Valley. And I also offer a free home warranty the first year with any home, as well as giving you people to work with for movers, as I said. And here's the home warranty that I pay for. If you can't get the seller to pay for it, I pay for it myself, because I'm all about home warranties. It's helpful for a year. I also help get as many closing costs paid for you as possible at closing. And then if you're going to purchase a new home, something that I'm doing this summer as well, is I am additionally adding 1% credit to your closing costs, or wherever you want to put it, in addition to whatever the builders are paying. So I'm doing that myself for you. You call me so I can help you, because I'm very well versed in working with builders and different floor plans and selecting the right home site. More important than you think.
It's been a pleasure having you. Any last words for the folks out there?
If in fact you like my information and would like to know more, please call me. My number is 602-647-4888. That's 602-647-4888. My email, kim@kimsells, SELLS, You've got my website, kissthelandlordgoodbye.com, or the name of my company is Buyers Information Service. And even if you just want to chit-chat or ask me questions, please do. Let me know if you have any friends or family that I can help, and we'll make it work for them.
High five.
God bless.
Awesome.
Thank you.